That's a good bird. That's a good head. Alright guys, so last you saw of Hayden and I, we were in Illinois with the rest of the guys. It's a really fun hunt there. Aaron shot a bird and Hayden and I were both with him. The rest of the guys went back home. They're going to film some youth hunts in the next couple weekends, and Hayden and I went east. We're going to try to make it here and listen first thing this morning. Today's the day before season, but kind of got in late. When we did wake up and try to go to where we wanted to go, there was a tree in the way, so we had to make a big detour, and we ended up just kind of getting a feel for the lay of the land, the type of habitat that we're going to be dealing with, and it really reminds me a lot of other Appalachian states that we've hunted, like Virginia, West Virginia, Georgia, Alabama, and really any of the tactics that we're using here you could use in a hill country setting. This is probably my favorite type of stuff to hunt turkeys in. Here you got to do a lot of walking, cover a lot of ground, a lot of elevation change, and it's just bigger scale than a lot of stuff that I'm used to hunting, so I really enjoy that challenge. Never hunted North Carolina before, neither has Hayden. I guess none of the THP crew has hunted North Carolina, but this weekend we're gonna meet up with my buddy Connor Pickens. Connor is one of my best friends from high school. He did a lot of hunting with my brother and I, and when I was in college, Connor went into the Army, and he's been in the Army for almost 9 years now. Since he went into the Army, him and I haven't hunted together in all that time. 9 years has gone by and we haven't hunted, and I kind of helped Connor get into hunting. I filmed him shoot his first deer. My brother was with him when he shot his first turkey, and I've really just missed hunting with him. And I'll never forget the first day that we went hunting together. He was standing on the side of the road. It was raining. It was me and other buddies in the car, and we were about to go hunting for something. I don't even remember what, but it's like, hey man, you want to go? And he's like, yeah. He hopped in, and from then on we were just like best buds ever since. And even though we haven't hunted together in 9 years, we still stay in touch. We see each other every once in a while, but this is gonna be the first time that we've got a chance to actually be in the woods hunting together. I'm hoping in the future that we can hunt together more and more. I guess that's really our favorite part about hunting at THP, is that there's just so many people that we meet doing it, so many friendships that are built through hunting, and that's pretty special. So looking forward to hunting with my buddy Connor. We're gonna try to roost a turkey here, but it's like 40 degrees and snowing right now, so I don't think there's real great odds of it, but we're gonna hit the coyote howl, probably start cruising down the road, checking for birds, and then Connor's gonna meet us at our camp later this evening. So looking forward to seeing him. Catch you guys then. I mean, they believed it. Dude, they shut up. They might be coming. That's pretty cool. Don't move. That was pretty sweet. Well, in North Carolina, a lot of predators.
His hands.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
What's up?
How's it going?
What's up, man? Yo. That sucked.
What, the drive?
Yeah.
You're probably chopping at the bit to be here, too.
Yeah. And I hit those branches that are all cut up down on.
I know, you're
hit
talking
one.
about. Like, hit, like.
I was driving and I don't know, it just passed me, and I guess I kind of veered that way and it went boom on my driver's door. I was like, oh.
This is Hayden. How's it going?
Man? Sorry,
Nice to meet you.
I thought you were just running the camera.
No, just, like, life is just camera
Yeah.
runs and everybody just hangs
And I
out.
pulled up and I saw it and I was like,
No, don't.
camera shy.
Don't.
It is freezing here. It was 80 when I left. Over in like the sand
That's
hills.
stupid.
Really?
Yes.
Today?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like probably an hour from the beach.
Huh.
So it's just different. You
Could
come
use
up
some of
here
that weather here.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better. What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm Zach.
Jim.
Nice to meet
Good
you.
to meet
Jim.
you.
How's it going? I'm Hayden.
Jim.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Too.
About to put.
Yeah, you got your sandals on still.
It was 80 today.
Not anymore.
Ready to go surfing?
Yeah, it ain't 80 now, boy. It was snow. It was snow.
Go shoot turkey real nice, boy. I'll tell you what.
It was just snowing. We were.
Yeah, on the way out here. I'm
He
like,
calls me and he's like, there's a winter advisory or a winter storm advisory out there. And I'm like, no way. It's snowing.
Woods is
Oh, hell
going
yeah.
nuts, dude. No turkeys gobbled.
No
today.
turkeys.
The coyotes got to go.
All right, these guys got here. It's Connor and Jim. Both guys are in the Army. That's how they met. They've become friends through hunting, so pretty excited to see these guys. We're gonna eat some food, then go to sleep. Be after them in the morning. Hopefully the rain's at least stopped. If that's the case, I think we may hear some gobbles. If not, fun times in the woods, walking around, goofing off with your buddies. It's gonna be fun. Let's hunt.
Let's hunt.
Morning. I'm gonna strut and gobble up here for a little bit, then I'll fly down, and then we'll kind of go on with the day.
Make sure you give it your best cackle when you fly down.
I'm a Tom. Toms don't cackle. They just are all about business.
You're all about business up there.
I know.
My coffee is right behind you.
Dust that off a little bit.
Really seals in the flavor.
And with that, we're going to start the morning.
All right, it's opening morning in North Carolina. It's still cold, but there's no wind, so that's good. We're gonna split up. We've got 4 of us, so we haven't located a turkey yet. So if we get ears on one or more than one, that's gonna be ideal. I'm just gonna drop everybody off when I don't have any service, so see what we find and then go from there. Let's hunt them. What do y'all think?
Sounds good to me, brother.
Y'all think we're gonna kill?
We're gonna kill.
We gonna kill.
We're on birds, we're gonna kill.
Alright, well that's a good sign. We got a bird gobbling down here. We've only seen one truck this morning. Dropped the rest of the guys off. I literally walked 100 yards from the truck, and there's a Tom gobbling down in there. Pretty sweet. Pretty cool scene here, that big mountain in the background. Right off this road. Started noticing some scratching. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good sign. Pow! Son. So we're hunting. I'm gonna go back and get these guys, and I guess game's on. Turkeys are around. Let's get one of them killed. A big no.
A lot of deer. It's out there just watch deer run around.
Well, the great news is I got exact pinpoint location on a great bird.
Seriously?
Yeah, boy! Yeah, that's right, boy! That's right!
Oh, they did too.
Kind of a thick mess on that hillside. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to be the case. Did you hear anything?
Nothing. Well, let's go then, because I got one. Let's go. Okay, this is good. So by the time we made it back to that turkey, the weather had gotten even worse, and he went quiet. So we tried to make the most of the situation and covered a bunch of ground trying to find sign in different areas. The weather was forecasted to get better in the next couple days, so we figured if we found multiple areas with sign in them that we could revisit those when the weather was better and hopefully hear more birds gobbling. So since both Connor and Jim had taken big breaks from hunting, they were both hungry for information, so while we were trying to locate birds, we were also explaining in depth what our thought process was and how we like to approach different hunting situations. So we spent the rest of the day covering ground, finding sign, talking strategy, telling stories, and just overall having fun in the woods together. Just imagine he is gobbling and he's 180 yards away. This is where I want to kill him. It's like right on that same ridge he's on, and a mistake I used to make a lot when I was a kid. I would end up like getting here and the turkey would be here. And one way to prevent that is always be up high and then move down to gobbling turkeys. Don't necessarily like be down on a side hill, hear one, and try to go right at him, because next thing you know, you're here, and then you go like, oh, he's not on this ridge, he's on the next one, and then it's hard to sometimes get up and around him, where if you're just going down, as long as you're not crashing through there, that they just think you're another turkey. They hear that ground noise, and they're just like, oh, it's another bird, especially if you've called or something, you know. When I'm going to set up on a turkey, the number one thing I do is scratch. So like, I get to the tree, and even if he's 80 yards blasting off, the worst thing you can do is panic and be like, I gotta get sit down. Then you sit down, you plop your back against the tree, and that goes, it's unnatural. Or if you just take your time, keep it cool, take a deep breath, scratch back some leaves, fast you're making your way to a setup.
It doesn't hold. It just slides all the time. You ever put on a pair of pants without a belt?
Yes.
What kind of question was that?
Like, wear a pair of pants without a belt. I don't know. I just think it's weird. I think it feels weird. Like, leave your house without a belt. It just feels like leaving without wearing socks.
Oh yeah, I can't wear pants without a belt.
First ones of the year. Little dinky in the suds.
Hey man, we're just like wild hogs.
Off-road station. Watch that hole.
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we just ended up in a ditch there. We had to get him out of the ditch.
Oh yeah.
Is he alright? He's alright.
Oh yeah. Pride's hurt a little bit.
That'll happen.
Oh, pretty slow and cold.
Cold right east of it.
Not bad, man.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Zach,
Have a
watch
good
this
one.
hole on your left.
Yeah.
Take it easy, guys. You're good.
Have a good one.
Keep it between the lines, man. I almost wish I could have been there for that.
Oh,
you know, you hit that thing and probably like, Philip, no!
Philip, no! Oh, hell, pull over. We gotta get the Philip out the ditch. They stopped to talk and he just is like, all right, I'll lead the way. And he's just like,
Or anytime you're calling in general, you always keep picking 2 or 3 spots, 2 to 3 different angles. Like, one gobbles straight down the pipe, what are we gonna do? It's like, the last thing I wanna be doing is being like, where am I going? It's like, I'm going right there. Pick 2 or 3 different angles. And then if one does gobble, you're not surprised. Pretty fresh, man.
So at the end of day 1, we had only heard one turkey gobble, and that was the one I heard gobbling on the limb first thing that morning. Even though we didn't strike up a turkey the rest of the day, we were able to find sign in multiple different spots, which boosted our confidence. On the morning of day 2, there were clear skies, but the temperatures were down in the mid-20s, and we did hear the turkey that I had heard the day prior, but when he hit the ground, he went quiet, and we never heard him again. We spent the rest of day 2 continuing to learn different areas, but Jim and Connor had to take off because they had to work on Monday. So going into our 3rd morning, Hayden and I had a pretty good plan of starting where we had been hearing the turkey gobble the first 2 mornings of season, but as luck would have it, somebody beat us to that spot that morning, and we decided to go to Plan B, another spot that we had been finding sign the last 2 days while we were hunting.
Alright, it's day 3 of North Carolina season. Jim and Connor left yesterday, so it's just Zach and I now, but we had to do a place that we've been spending a good amount of time since we've been here, but there's a guy in the pull-off we were planning on going into, so we came down the road a little bit, but we just heard one strike off pretty close here, so I think we're going to go after that bird. But it's a beautiful morning, and there he is. This is the first really good morning we've had, so they should be gobbling pretty well. Last night we didn't roost any. We were sitting on a really high point and nothing gobbled, but it's a good morning. Hopefully we can get on this bird here. Getting close, man. Anything I'd rather go be up high. There's this bad one down, be able to get the high ground on. Just drop back, I'd say, and stay low. Let's grab and slide. yeah, baby.
Oh my god. Holy cow.
Just go make sure you got him. That's a good shot through a lot of stuff. He was about it. That was so sick, Hayden. Great job. Yeah, buddy. Dude,
Oh my gosh, dude, he was about to get behind this and it got real thick to that side, so I knew I had to shoot him. Like, there's the smallest little window.
Great job, great job.
Come on, man. Are you serious?
Dude, that was so sick.
Oh my gosh.
I knew we had a great chance with that turkey. I knew we did.
We like scratched initially just a little bit, and
Dude,
then
he knew we were coming, dude. He started gobbling us walking in here.
Yeah.
He totally did.
Yeah.
And like, we're only parked, but what, 250 yards from here?
not far at all.
But we're behind that hill right there, and he can't even hear us pull up. Dude, that's so sweet. Man, great, dude. Unbelievable shot. How did you kill that turkey down there? I could barely even see him in the camera.
Like, there's the smallest little window. So I just yelled at him real soft, and he stuck his head up a little bit, and it just gave me that little window I needed.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, we heard that bird gobble that we've been on the last couple days across the road, but like we said before, that older guy was in there. So we came around this way, and this might have been the bird we heard gobble yesterday, too, because it sounded like he could have been on this point.
Here's the difference, and this is the difference, Hayden. We got a beautiful morning, and all the birds are gobbling.
Yeah.
Like I was hearing distant birds.
Same.
And it's just like, that's why you got to hunt the weather. We were forcing it this weekend because we were hunting with Connor and Jim. They only had the weekend, so it's like we forced it. But we kept saying the whole time, it's like we got to be patient when we get that good weather. We didn't have to do anything today.
Yeah, and we learned a lot too. Like we knew there was turkeys in the area, so we knew we wanted to like stick in this area, and then we just had to keep on them. And once we got a morning like this, that they're gonna be gobbling, we were gonna find them. So. Man, not a giant bodied turkey.
No, he's tiny.
He's pretty tiny, but
what you got?
Good bird.
Dude, is he a man? That is a man bird.
Man bird.
He came in strutting, and I heard him spit and drum. I'm like, well, that's definitely a tom. And then I got confirmation when I saw it. Did you hear me say long beard?
Yeah,
He stepped into the camera once, strutting, and his beard. That's all I saw was his beard go through. I'm like, good enough for us.
I'm gonna shoot him. Man, what a cool hunt. It's just unreal. I was pretty discouraged yesterday after like being on that high knob and being able to hear the world and not a single gobble. And it was good weather for gobbling, but we slept in a little late. We didn't have the army guys here to get us out of bed early this morning, so we didn't wake up till like 5:30 and got beat to the spot we wanted to go to by a couple minutes. And then when we pulled in here, we were taking our time, and then we were just saying it's probably a good thing that we did because he was so close to the road that he was actually right where we were planning to go and listen for the morning.
Oh yeah,
and he didn't gobble until we just started walking in, so it worked out perfectly.
Basically, being slow out of the gate this morning made somebody beat us to our spot. Like that dude was literally pulling up the road, just right in front of us. Talk about minutes, and we'd have been in a different spot.
Yeah.
There's a main creek bottom that goes through there. Up and down this creek, you're gonna get toms kind of filtering through. And it's like, this has been a backup plan. We've never seen a truck parked here.
Yeah.
Been seeing people across the road, and now somebody at the spot that we were hunting, but nobody here.
Yeah.
Great shot. I mean,
thank you.
I don't think that maybe people realize. We'll kind of put Hayden up there and point down to the spot, but maybe they do realize this woods is tough.
It's thick in here, and that's what I was worried about when we first set up. Like we came down a little bit lower, closer to this road, and I couldn't shoot up the hill at all, which is like kind of where we were thinking he might potentially go, but we ended up backing up a little bit because we were pretty close and we didn't want him to see us, and just kept real low. And we snuck up to this deadfall where there's a pretty good sized tree right beside it and tucked in there. And initially we set up facing pretty much parallel with the hill, and we could hear him got down in this bottom. So we had to slowly shuffle. Zach scooted to his right, and then I turned, and I had this tree in front of me that I had to get my barrel around. So I put my barrel over my left shoulder to keep it from going too high, and pivoted around, and then we scooted a little bit more right, and he ended up coming right where it sounded like he was walking. So
that was awesome.
That was a cool hunt.
we were wanting to shoot this road, and when you're on top, it's so much harder for them to get eyes on you. Like if you've got high ground on them, I think that's crucial in hill country. Like I always like being right about where we were. The advantage of this thick timber is you can call them close. But he was coming down this path of least resistance. He's literally on the road that is like connected. This is the trail that's connected to the road where our truck is parked.
Not like 150, 200 yards that way.
We'll have to measure it. But great job, man.
Thanks, man. It's 9:20. Just got back to the truck. We need to go find some service quick because we've been without a service for, what, 2 days now? So we got to register this bird, capture some footage, check some emails, and then get back in the woods and get Zach one today, hopefully.
Did you get him? A little bit, not really. Well, you think we do that? Son, are you kidding me? Big old hammer, son. Traveling alone, and I know right where he's probably going.
boy.
Come on.
Are you kidding me? Dude, it worked.